I really need to stop dying. I hear that's bad for your health. No, but corny jokes aside, as you guys have probably noticed, I haven't been uploading that much recently. Reason being is I'm just busy with in real life stuff. Been bouncing back and forth between my mom's house and my dad's house. The internet at my dad's house is pretty slow, and the microphone at my mom's house doesn't necessarily work as well as it should. So if you hear my voice fading in and out, I do apologize, but I will do my best in editing to make that less apparent, and hopefully it won't ruin this video for you guys. Quick update, real quick. The EV tutorial thingy that I've been wanting to do will be placed on hold for the time being, simply because I don't really have time to work on that because, like I said, I'm doing a lot of stuff in real life, so yeah. Still gonna upload battles, much like this one, obviously, except I'm not gonna be able to do it as frequently as I was, which isn't really saying much because I only uploaded like once a week anyway, but that's all fine and dandy. Also, I broke but I hit 90 subscribers recently. Thank all of you guys so much for your love and support. Almost to 100, and honestly, you guys, I think we can do this. So, that is pretty cool. Anyway, with all that being said, what's going on, guys? Ryan here. Today we have another Black 2, White 2 OU tier battle. You may notice I've increased the dimensions so you can actually see the chat there. And the reason being is because this guy is one of those guys that likes to talk a lot of trash and really has no business talking trash, as you will see. Oh, I am vindictive. Let me tell you that much. I am so vindictive when it comes to opponents like this. Opponents that will sit there and criticize you and chastise you, and even when they lose, they still find a way to run their keyboard. So, if you like seeing people like this get embarrassed, then stay tuned, because I do have a match for you. My team is actually the same rain team with the Jinx, except the Jinx isn't there because I had to replace it in favor of a Latios, because I decided, you know what, let's be a hardcore ladder dude and see how high we can get. So far, so good. I'm trying to actually get on the, on the ladder page. Haven't been on there in a while, and I thought, it'd be cool to be there again. So yeah, the reason I swapped out Jinx for Latios is because I need something to deal with Breloom, because like everyone and their grandma is running like lead focus sash Breloom, and it's just the most annoying thing to deal with. Oh my goodness, I hate it. I hate it so much. So yeah, Latios can pretty much deal with anything it wants to do after it scores something, and that's the thought process there. Funnily enough, I actually made this a sub calm minding Latios, which is funny because I actually have a sub calm minding Jirachi. I did that completely on accident because I wasn't thinking about it, but it actually kind of works out for me in this game, and also just in general, having two sub calm mind setup sweepers is actually kind of cool. So I'm going to keep it like that for a while, and we'll see where it takes me. Anyway, rambling a lot, so looking at his team, Ferrothorn, always a problem, because Ferrothorn in the rain, yeah, I don't have fire attacks, and I need to get rid of that thing. So, there's a thing. Kieran Black hits really hard, and my Jirachi's kind of defensive, because max HP, but it doesn't have any defense EVs, and it will not appreciate taking too many moves from that Kyurem. So, gotta watch out for that. Volcarona can't really, well, it can set up, but I mean, we're in the rain, so we'll see what happens. And Landorus, the U-turning, no bueno. I do notice if I can get rid of that Starmie, I should have a really easy time with his team after I set out rocks, because he has quite a few Stealth Rock weak Pokemon, and yeah. Okay, so, rambling is over. We're going to play this back right now. Also, Showdown, flip the sides, of course. So, he leads with Ferrothorn, I lead with Politoed. And right here, I'm just going to decide to go for Scald, trying to get the burn. And I mean, that's the whole point of running Scald, 30% chance. And I'm expecting him to set up hazards, but he actually decides to Leech Seed me, which is like, okay, probably predicted the switch. Whatever, it's fine. So I could Perish Song here, but I think switching out would be more appropriate. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, you can see he actually started talking trash from turn 2, but I didn't notice, telling me I'm going for hacks or whatever, even though that's the pretty much the point of using Scald rather than Surf on a Politoed. Anyway, I switch out to Jirachi, expecting him to set up hazards this turn, predicting my Perish song. So I just get the free switch as he lays it down to later spikes. And here I am just going to go for the substitute because it'll put me in a good position for anything he wants to bring in. He brings in the Starmie, which is actually really good for me because I can go for Thunder, hopefully get a Parahax, which will be cool. And I mean, either way, it'll do a lot of damage to this thing. And the faster I get rid of his Rapid Spin user, the faster I can set up my Stealth Rocks and wear down his team with relative ease. As you can see there, he's telling me I'm a noob because I'm using a sub-combine Jirachi, but whatever. Like I said, I got my Parahax, which is cool. Here, I just kind of tell him to shut up. I do curse a lot when I'm laddering and stuff simply because I don't know. I guess it's the competitive side of me. It depends. In this guy's case, I knew if he called sub-combine Jirachi a noob set, he would probably be easy to troll. So this whole video, I do kind of just, curse and stuff. I apologize to you guys if that seems a bit immature on my part, but I thought it would be funny, and you know what? It was. Totally worth it. Falling behind on the narration, killed the Starmie with another Thunder after I tried to sub again. He didn't get paralyzed, whatever. Goes into Conch Elder. I know I can live any Drain Punch because he's probably going to be bulk up just looking at the structure of his team. So I go for Psychic, easily do over half, and he's going to hit me with Drain Punch, not do all that much damage to me. And another Psychic will definitely kill him, and I'm not in Mach Punch's range. Therefore, I'm going to do it again as he goes into Landorus. Anyway, about my demeanor in this game, like I said, he seemed like he'd be really easy to troll, so that's just what I decided to do. Because there's nothing funnier than trolling someone who thinks they're better than you, when in actuality, you actually have the upper hand in this scenario. So, I see the leftovers on the Landorus, so I know he's not Scarf or anything. He's probably standard pivot Landorus. But I also know another Psychic won't kill him because I didn't get a special defense drop. Therefore, my best switch is into defensive Politoed, just to see what he wants to do, really. He goes into the Kyurem Black here. And aside from this Kyurem, he doesn't have any other dragon type, so I'm actually assuming this thing is going to be the Choice Scarf set. I'm going to Protect here just to see what he wants to do, because I do have Protect on this Politoed. It goes well with Toxic. Turns out he's actually going to go for the Fusion Bolt, which is good for me. He says sarcastically great play, but I do have a ground type in Mamoswine, and I'm 99.9% sure he's Scarf, because this is his only dragon type, and nothing else on his team could be Scarfed, except for maybe the Volcarona, but who really runs Scarf Volcarona? So he's telling me I don't know his set, even though I'm 99% sure he's Scarfed, and he switches out, leading me to further believe he's Scarfed. I set up the Stealth Rocks on the switch. He ends up going into the Volcarona now. I really don't care. Just like I said, I'm trolling this guy, so I'm going to be cursing a lot. Sorry if you guys don't like it, but that's just the way I roll. I've apologized way too much, so I'm just going to stop that now. Like I said, it seems immature on my part, but for those of you who don't know, I'm 19 years old, and I'm a black guy, so this is kind of how I get my sick kicks. Anyway, he's talking mad trash again. I'm just going to go into Politoed really to death fodder it, because regardless of what he does, even though he's got the +1, I can just go into my Tornadus like I do here and set up a Tailwind, and I can just be faster than him with whatever. And the game plan would be to go into Jirachi and try to get the Para from the Thunder, but it actually turns out he's going to go for Fire Blast in the rain, and because we're in the rain, it's not going to kill me, so I'm able to get off a huge chunk of damage with Hurricane before he's actually going to kill me with the Bug Buzz. And that's all fine and dandy. So my Tornadus is unfortunately going to go down. Whatever, not much I could do about it. And because I still have my Tailwind up, and I still have my Latios. Latios rather. See, I didn't even change the name. I forgot about it completely. So gonna go into her now and just fire a Dragon Pulse because I'm still gonna be faster because Tornadus is Tailwind. And now here, because I have Substitute on this Pokemon as well, he's not going to be able to foresee that one coming, because really, who runs two Sub-Calm Mind users? Either way, gonna sub in his face as he goes for the Leech Seed and doesn't connect because I have the Substitute. And here's where the dude really, really gets mad at me. See, 2 subsets, wow, you're trash, and I'm just like, man, cry more, you're obviously mad. Again, I'm black, I can say that word and stuff, so that's cool. He goes into Landorus now. I'm just going to Calm Mind. And here, my brain derped. Why did I do this? I don't even know. He's obviously not Scarfed because he got his leftovers, and he got them after me, so I'm clearly faster. So I tried to sub, hoping he would outspeed me and U-turn and break it and then go into the Kyurem and I could kill that. But I'm dumb, so he's obviously going to U-turn into the Kyurem because, like I said, it's probably Scarfed. And he can't lose this thing. It's the biggest threat to my team. Therefore, it's definitely going to be Scarfed because I do have max speed on my Latias. He's calling me garbage. I'm laughing at him because he's losing to quote-unquote garbage. I know he's probably going to go for a Dragon-type move, but I also know if it's Outrage, Jirachi will not be able to take that after a layer of spikes. So I'm actually going into Tentacruel, kind of as death fodder, but also to see what he wants to do. But it turns out I actually live, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to rapid spin away his one layer of spike. And the purpose of this is making it so Jirachi has an easier time coming in later on. So, yeah, that was the game plan there. And another reason I can tell this guy probably wasn't as good as he thought he was is because he's talking about scores, but the score doesn't necessarily reflect how good the battle is, or who's winning or who's losing. Anyway, knowing this Ferrothorn can't do anything to me barring Leech Seed, I am just going to set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, meaning the Conkeldurr has limited switch-ins, as well as the Kyurem. The Kyurem especially, because that is, like I said, the biggest threat to my team, and I have nothing to outspeed it at this moment in time. So, I let him Leech Seed me, and then I'm actually going to hard switch into my Jirachi, knowing for a fact that he's going to go for a spike for the spikes this turn, just trying to be able to wear it down as it comes in. Now here, I really should have gone for 2 Psychics, because the Landorus switch-in was fairly obvious, but at the same time, Ferrothorn is just such great setup fodder that Substitute just seemed like the natural move to click. So that's what I did, but it's fine, because either way, I'm going to end up killing this thing without my sub intact, so it probably would have been better to just kill it with the Psychic and not lose the 25% of HP that I had to sacrifice to make the Substitute. So, I'm back down to 41. He's telling me I'm terrible. I really don't care because, I mean, this game is pretty much in the bag. Just going to Psychic again, get rid of the Landorus, and now, regardless of what he switches into, the game is pretty much over because he does have the Kyurem, which is weak to Stealth Rocks, and that takes 25%, plus the 13% from my 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, which I'm actually glad that I didn't get up my 2nd layer in this instance. Anyway, gonna go into Mamoswine here. Again, this is just to be death fodder, but he actually ends up going for the Fusion Bolt, predicting my Tentacruel switch in, which is hilarious, because now I can talk even more trash to this dude. Oh man, that was just like the best thing. He's like complaining because I have 2 substitute sets, whatever. He's got to go into Ferrothorn here. It's his only switch into this. And I have the Earthquake, and I'm just going to go for that. And Life Orb Earthquake actually takes down this Ferrothorn. So he must have been like max special defense or something, because that did 50%, which is dope. So yeah. He goes into the Conkeldurr now, and I have my Tentacruel. Even if he Drain Punches, I can live. If he Mach Punches like he's forced to do, then I'm definitely going to live, even if he double crits me. So, there's the Mach Punch, and as you see, I'm easily going to eat that up. Not only that, but I have Rain Dish and Black Sludge, so I'm just going to get back a healthy amount of HP. And this turn, I'm actually going to go for Protect, predicting him to want to Drain Punch me or something of that nature, therefore forcing him to take more toxic damage as well as getting back more Rain Dish and more Black Sludge, rather. So, that's the game plan there. Easily going to, you know, just do what Tentacruel does, stall a little bit, go for Scald here, hoping that it'll kill it, but I don't have any special attack EVs, even though my Scald is boosted by my Rain. Not a problem though, as he's just going to Drain Punch, get some health back, but it's not going to be nearly enough to deal with my Tentacruel. So yeah, he's telling me Protect and Sub is for garbage noobs, and at this point I'm just laughing at him because like I said, the match is pretty much over. I'm going to Protect again just to force him to take more toxic damage as he goes for Drain Punch. Pretty much futile. Bleh. It was pretty much a futile effort there because like I said, this game is pretty much over. I go for Scald, even if he Mach Punch, wouldn't have done much to me because I'm a Tentacruel, and I resist the fighting type moves, and it's just cool beans, man, all around. Anyway, this dude's like so mad that he lost, and I'm just gonna Protect this turn with my Kyurem because, you know, the Stealth Rock damage and the poison damage. And yeah, he goes for Outrage and a last-ditch effort to try to kill off his Tentacruel, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. And here, he's actually going to forfeit instead of letting me kill off the Kyurem, which sucks because that's the main thing I wanted to kill this whole battle, you know. And yeah. Just in case you're wondering, I did go out into my Jirachi that turn to either be death fodder or to live on like 1% and watch him die to toxic damage. Either way though, that was a pretty fun game in my opinion. The plays were a bit straightforward, I know, but just making this guy lose after he talked all that trash, just no better feeling, man, no better feeling. Sadly, he didn't lose that many points to me, which is a bit unfortunate, but whatever. I'd still hope I poked a huge hole in his ego, because I think the golden rule of Pokemon these days is to try to be a good sport, you know? There's always going to be like that one person that runs something stupid, but, you know, just try to be a good sport, hacks happens, that kind of thing, and yeah. Again, it may seem a bit immature for me to upload this and talk about it like that, but it's what was in my heart. And it's pretty much that simple. Like I said, no more apologies. If you guys are mad at me, then hopefully you get over it and we can make sweet, sweet love in the future. So, yeah, I think that'll about do it for this one, guys. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it, you want them to see it, that kind of thing. And yeah, can't really think of anything else to ramble about, so I'm just going to end this one here. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.